Hey everybody, welcome back to Castle's Corner. I'm Coach Castle, back with PETA, and,
Hi.
and today we're going to be chatting all about how easy it is to lose fat, how easy it is to build muscle. You don't have to struggle on a diet, you don't have to struggle to go to the gym, you don't have to spend hours in the gym, you don't have to do more than one exercise, you don't have to spend hours doing cardio. You get to eat pretty much good food constantly, and you eat more than you think you would. And I guess that's a pretty good summary of it. I'll turn it over to PETA now, and let's get to questioning. So, how long have you known me?
I met Coach Castle like 5 months ago.
Hmm?
But we start to measurement my body like 3.5 months
About
kind
three,
of.
yeah, about 3 months ago, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but at first, when you just education me about the diet first, like how to eat, but not really crazy. It's just like how to eat small but more
Frequent.
frequencies for the metabolism. So I start with that with no pressure.
Well, yeah, thank you. That's actually a good point. So many people, when they get a dietitian or personal trainer, or just they start a diet on their own, no real information is given to them. They're just like, you're going to go on keto now, you're going to go on this diet now, the Atkins now, you're going to do this now. And the problem with so many people is they just kind of, I guess you'd say, cold turkey it. They just all of a sudden stop eating what they were eating and immediately transition to a new style of eating. That never really works out well, in case you guys haven't noticed. It only succeeds, I think, 4% of the time in diets. So, statistically speaking. Now, what does work really easy is just no pressure. And here's how that works. Just, hey, PETA, stop drinking soda so much. Hey, PETA, try to have like one healthy meal a day. Hey, PETA, next week let's up it to try to have 2-3 healthy meals a day this week, perhaps. She said, what's a healthy meal? Well, by your own definition, at the moment, try to eat healthy. You're not stupid. You don't have to choose between eating pizza or eating a salad with chicken breast. You don't need me to tell you that. So there's no pressure yet. You're just like, oh, whatever, I kind of like to eat, right? So what happened next with the diet, at least?
But actually, I have to mention that I said this easy because I used to diet all the time, like since I 15 years old, because I gain weight and I try to lose weight and I gain weight and lose weight. So I do everything by my research, or I change the method or something like that. But it's not like a permanent every time, like a craving and torturing myself and
unnecessary suffering with cravings, and it doesn't work in the end.
And the work just like 2 weeks and just like come back again and I have to go back to the diet or whatever. And I used to work out for 2 years every day. I can't say every day is fine, but 350 days per year.
Most of the days.
Most of the days. Every day. It's just
yeah.
And just 4 and 5 hours per day, do everything, something like that.
Do your cardio, do your squats, do your deadlifts, work with a personal trainer, do all this crap.
Not really, I don't do deadlift.
Oh, well, the deadlifts, yeah.
But it's like a machine and cardio, it's just like that. But
and how were the results? Not to be rude, but how were the results?
And back then I know it's like, I know I not do it right, but it's just, I feel like if I do it, I feel it's like, at least I do not think.
That's true. I always say, well, I don't always say, most exercise is better than not doing exercise. You know very well I disagree strongly with quite a few exercises which harm your body, and yet everyone does them. But, well, actually, on that note, but just back to the diet, you said, with all your diets you had those cravings and stuff. Well, with the cravings, you don't get those here, and the reason for that is because you have the correct supplementation. So many people think diet, I need to change my food, but you have to learn that you can't get all the supplementation that you need, the actual nutrients and vitamins, just from food. It's actually impossible. I will say that, it's actually impossible. So what happens if you don't have enough minerals and vitamins and you're on a diet where you're eating like a rabbit? well, you're going to be craving things constantly. You're going to be in a bad mood. Your hormones will be fluctuating.
Yeah.
And this is what everyone does when they're like, oh, I'm going to go on a diet. Well, you have no idea what you're doing, and you're going to fail. This is why I think it's 96%, I could be misquoting, it's 95, 96, 94% of diets fail after a month. And even if they succeed after a year, they fail again because they have bad habits.
But it's just, I think like back then when I tried to diet, like myself, whatever, just feel like the mood is not a good mood, not a,
Grumpy.
I don't feel like a good health at all, but whatever, I want to lose weight, so mostly women want, so.
Well, but even with that, if you're on a diet, again, dieting will work. There is, calories in, calories out, but there's also hormonal manipulation, which most people, again, don't understand about when it comes to dieting. Foods affect your hormones in a huge way, and if you don't understand how they affect your hormones, you will have huge hormone fluctuations. A great example everyone knows is insulin. If you eat a regular banana, that's good, no worries, go ahead and do it. If you take a banana, you put it in a blender, your body now treats that like an insulin. It's just sugar dumped into your body. You get a giant insulin spike, and guess what happens with that? Cravings, blood sugar, then you get extremely tired, you get the crash, you want sugar, your gut bacteria now has sugar, craving bacteria, they're going to want you to eat more sugar, more likely you're going to break on your diet. And even if you don't break on your diet, say you stay strong with your diet all day, you just used up your willpower. You're probably not going to go to the gym because you used it all up on your diet. So again, this is the very simple things people seem to struggle with. And it's always thanks to people like you. I get to chat with you. I kind of get inside your head and understand why people struggle with these things. But the solution is always really simple. It really is.
And if you know, but.
If you know.
And now I know. Now I say it's easy because I know it's easy. So I don't need to go to the gym with like every day and 4 or 5 hours anymore with your knowledge about the biomechanics, how to work out properly. I just take 75, 30 minutes per time, depend on what kind of the exercise.
Well, this is something funny that we chat about frequently actually, is Peter's a massage therapist. So she knows anatomy very well. She has to do her job well. And yet you were going to the gym not thinking about your anatomy when you were doing exercises. So you were doing exercises for abs, which don't use your abs. You were doing exercises for your chest and your back that don't even engage them at all. But you know anatomy. But you were doing them because somebody said do that, or some trainer showed you, or you saw in a YouTube video, even though it's nonsensical.
I would say it's like, because everybody do that.
I know, but that's the problem.
So it's like, I don't know what this is, but it's the how to exercise. I know anatomy, but I don't know how to exercise. What I think, and it is like what most people do, and they do that. Like, why not?
So this is, just for any of you who don't know who I am or what I do, real fast, biomechanics is the study basically of how physics, or in this case specifically gravity, affects your anatomy. And again, newsflash, everyone, we have evolution for a reason. We've evolved a very specific way. Our anatomy has evolved due to evolution, and that laws of physics apply to that as we've been evolving over the millennia, which is why, again, your body is just made up of levers, essentially, and some pivots, hinges, whatever you want to call them, and then some ropes, muscles that go over them. Every muscle, it just has one function. It crosses 2 levers, and it operates one of the levers moving over the other through a hinge, some form of hinge. This is very well understood. Physics is very well understood. It was quite shocking to me when I came out of my private practice, and I kind of went into the world with like everyone, and onto YouTube and seeing these people, and I understood all of a sudden, oh my God, no one understands physics. Apparently, no one has ever looked at an anatomy chart. And it just blew my mind that no one understood basic principles of levers and resistance. It really blew my mind, really. It's like, have you never seen an anatomy chart? Have you never been to a physics class? Very strange to me personally. But again, it's my personal education has led me in a very introverted way. And then when I got exposed to the world and I realized 99% of people have absolutely no idea what they are doing. That yes, personal trainers, coaches, workout gurus, top bodybuilders, athletes, top coaches have no idea what they're doing. They will get you inefficient results while damaging your body because they don't understand things like physics.
Yes. talk about the damage the body that I saw a lot. Even I have no idea about the exercise before, but I see like how they can do that. You're gonna get injury. Like what kind of that exercise? But
like even before I told you, you as a massage therapist, you knew how bad shoulder presses were for the body as a massage therapist because you knew about the actual anatomy, what that does to you when you do it. People think they have to do overhead shoulder presses to build their shoulders. It's a terrible exercise for your shoulders, and it doesn't even target the muscles that you're trying to target them efficiently at all. And I'm not going to get into what it does, but it really damages you, and it's completely ineffective, and there's no need to do it whatsoever. And as humans, have we ever had to overhead press something in evolution? As we've evolved from four-legged animals upright, have we ever needed to do that? No. That's why we don't have the muscles to do that. Sorry.
So I forget.
No, I could go on one of my tangents, you know. So I suppose, real quick, let's talk about gym time.
Yeah,
because that's a biggie, you know.
Yeah, I think about to talk about gym time.
Well, yeah, we'll wrap up with just this because there's plenty of gym videos I do already, but like
that is very good one because I can see like I try to think if I don't know anatomy, could I understand it? But I think I could
easily
because very easily. But let's see if the people think about, I don't know, people sometimes they're not try to understand. I don't know because most people do this. So
you know what?
Gotta do this.
You know what? Give me 1 second. I have 1 second. I got this thing. So let me show you this. Can you see my camera? I think you see this. So this is something that I'm building real quick, guys. It's just a replica of my arm. I'm just gonna show you. So wrist, forearm, and then this will be my upper arm or my humerus. And as you can see, it's got the hinge there and the hinge for the wrist, okay? Now, I'm just gonna show you real quick how muscles work. This is a bone, this is a bone, this is your elbow joint. All right, everybody, stay with me here. Now, your bicep muscle, we all know it's called the bicep, obviously, because it's two muscles. So both muscles attach right up here. This is the origin. And they also attach down here about 1 inch in front of the elbow joint. Now, this is the insertion. It's just called the insertion because it's on the more mobile limb. That's all. Now, the biceps only have one job and one job only. And that job is real simple. It's just to lift this lever up. That's all they do. That's all they can do. They don't have a brain and they have no ability to do anything else. So all they can do now is do that correctly or efficiently or most productive for your muscle growth. They can do it efficiently or they can do it inefficiently. Efficiently, or the best bicep exercise, would be holding your upper arm bone or your humerus straight aside right alongside your torso, and then just put it 10 degrees in front, okay? Then all you're going to do, very simple, is lift this to the peak of contraction and then lower it for 4 seconds. Okay, why do we lower it for 4 seconds? It's very important. That's because the lowering of it, or the eccentric contraction, is 4 times stronger than the concentric or the contracting portion of it. Now, a muscle isn't technically like a rope. It's more like an elastic, and it coils up together, which is why the bicep bunches up into a ball like that. But if you can just imagine a whole bunch of bicep muscles all throughout your body, which are responsible for your movement, just like the puppet you are, basically, a big old meat puppet, that's how you move. You got a whole bunch of little bicep muscles throughout your whole body, all contracting, and that is responsible for your movement. And all of that happens in accordance with the laws of gravity. This is biomechanics. This is all of the videos I make. This is what they're about. It's very simple to understand. It drives me crazy people don't get this stuff. I mean.
So we talk about is I think it's important thing, like most people and most of the people that I know, we hate cardio.
Mm-hmm. Why? No, be specific. Why do you hate cardio though?
Fatigue, that
you get tired. Your legs are heavy. It's hard to breathe.
Yeah,
you know.
feel uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Actually.
Yeah, it sucks. So how's our cardio?
So it's not. We just walk like 5-6 per week, maybe.
I walk every day, but I like to walk. I just like to walk.
Sometimes
But you walk. You usually walk 5 days with me.
Yeah,
And how fast we walk? I mean, my walking pace I keep you at is about 3 miles, 3.5 miles an hour.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what do? We walk around the neighborhood nonstop. Listen to podcasts. We
talk,
study, chat.
play with the puppy.
Play with it. Yeah, sometimes I can't help myself. There's cute little puppies. I gotta stop and play with them, or ducks, or cute things.
And the good thing that I never know before, you says if you don't have a prolonged 30 minutes, you just do 15 minutes, and another 15 minutes.
Well,
you don't need to just continue to do that. So that most people can find that time.
Well, you would think so. But no, I've had people tell me I can't walk for 5 minutes a day. Now, so we all understand, by the way, walking for 5 minutes, that's not cardio. I mean, just to be clear, that's not cardio. But walking for 5 minutes builds a habit, okay? So you walk for 5 minutes one day, next day 6 minutes, next day 7 minutes, next day 8 minutes. You keep doing this. By the end of the month, you'll be walking for 35 minutes. Okay, now you're doing cardio, and now you have developed the habit of doing cardio, all starting from 5 minutes. I think you started at 15 minutes, didn't you? What did you start at? It wasn't much. Yeah, it was 15 minutes. I said you got to walk 15 minutes with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now you're doing an hour. Not only are you doing an hour, you're running. You're running 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, soon to be 4 miles. Yeah. Easy. Well, again, even with running, you didn't understand how to run. Of course, everyone tells me they know how to run. Nobody has any idea how to run. Nobody has any idea how to breathe when they're running. Nobody has any idea how to properly use gravity to their advantage, so running is really easy. Nobody knows which muscles to use correctly, or running cues, or the biomechanics of running for that matter. I could keep going. Sorry, I'll stop. But this is, I suppose, a frustration of mine, as you know, is all of these things are extraordinarily simple to me, very well understood, very well studied, very well backed by scientific literature of more than 30 years, very well understood and non-debatable. And no one knows them, and it seems to be common sense to me. It's like I'm in an alternate world or something. It's very strange.
It's common sense. Maybe in the future, if the...
I'm not from the future, I don't think, anyways.
Now, but if more people see your video, or
well, I mean, but that's true,
there's gonna be know how to do it correctly.
Well, as you know, it's a small goal of mine, but I plan on spending the next 60, 70, 80, however many years I will have on this earth, revolutionizing the fitness industry so people no longer need coaches, nor personal trainers, nor gyms, because they are completely unnecessary to develop the best possible body. Yes, even you bodybuilders and you athletes, you have no need to go to a gym, nor you have any need of a personal trainer. You're lazy. You don't have the knowledge. If you did, you wouldn't need these people. Sorry.
And a good thing that I'm not have pain at all.
Of course not. You only get pain from doing stupid exercises.
Because, I told you before, I hate quad pain, but...
Why did you have quad pain? You understand now why you did.
Yeah.
So, you might not know the words. I'll use the words for you. So, she used to hate exercising legs, as many people do, and I have no idea why. I've always enjoyed legs because it hurts the most. That's why I like it. The lactic pain, I have a high threshold for it just from years of abusing myself. But you didn't like it because you were doing squats primarily for legs, or leg presses, which are identical to squats except for weight distribution. Yes. All of those machines are the same. Anyways, but you were doing those. And what does that do? Well, number one, it only activates your quad about 30%. It only activates your hamstring 15%, and it only activates your glutes about 30%. So where was the pain coming from? The pain was coming from you pumping excess amounts of lactic acid in your muscle, irritating the tissue and not removing it. On top of that, the pain was from reciprocal intervention, which is you're trying to use two muscle groups which should not be used at the same time, which causes literal pain. It's also why people complain about their knees and their back. It's from doing these exercises. As I've said, stupid exercises. And yes, I can say stupid exercises because I was a power lifter for years, deadlifting 600, squatting 500, bench pressing well over 300. Yes, guys, I know, and I will still call them stupid even though I did them for 15 years. I have to get that out of the way too. People will always argue, you've never done them. I did them for 15 years and I'm far better than you at them. It's actually originally why I started learning biomechanics was to improve my bench press, squat, and deadlift. And I shuddered when I found out that they were bad exercises. It took a long time to come to terms with that because I adored them so much. Really, it took a long time to stop. But anyway, guys, let's wrap it up. This is getting a bit long now. We'll bring Peter back again next week. Don't worry. And next week God knows what we'll talk about. There's plenty. Probably talk about breathing, sleep patterns, running cues. There's a million things to chat about. So everybody, tune into Castle's Corner. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. It's a very small thing for you guys to do. Take less than 10-15 seconds. It's a huge help to my channel growth and to spreading this information to the world. And of course, making my own dream come true, which is removing all of these personal trainers, coaches, and gyms and unnecessary bullshit. Have a great day, guys. You're not going to say bye?
Have a great day.
Have a great day.